Hi everyone, welcome to Carmen's Australian Storytime. Today I'm down the beach and it's a beautiful, beautiful morning. But normally there's surfers behind me and I wanted surfers today, but I'm not going to get them. But I'm going to read the book anyway. Today I'm reading Oliver, the really cool koala. And the reason I chose this book is because I love Michelle Pike art. Her artwork is so beautiful, and she's done the illustrations for this book that is written by Paul Norton and Rachel Valentine. Look at the little hermit crab down here. So I wonder what Oliver is up to. Let's see what the blurb has to say. Meeting today, save our town. The next day, Oliver called a meeting of the townfolk to talk about the mess that he had witnessed the day before. As the animals discussed the tragic situation, more and more of them came forward with stories of the devastation and destruction that was being created by uncaring humans. And there's our planet down there. Animals taking care of our planet. I like this. Sometime before the Great Flood, there lived a cool koala named Oliver, or Ollie, as he was known to his friends. Oliver was different from other koalas. He didn't like to just hang around eating gum leaves and sleeping most of the day away. Oliver was totally unique. He loved to play guitar and surf the great southern ocean. He is a cool koala. Do you know what I like? He's put sunscreen on his nose. Sorry, it's windy down here. I think I say that all the time, don't I? Last time I tried to read this book, it blew the book away. One day, while out surfing, Oliver became angry about the amount of rubbish that was ending up in the ocean. He was so angry that he decided to call a meeting with the other animals in the town to discuss ways to fix the problem. But he's having to surf in. That's no fun for anyone. I would hate to see that here on our beautiful beach. The next day, Oliver did call a meeting of the townfolk to talk about the mess that he'd seen the day before. As the animals discussed his tragic situation, more and more of them came forward with stories of the devastation and destruction that was being created by uncaring humans. Hanif, the camel, told the crowd he had witnessed the same story right across the great brown land that he had travelled. Daryl, the dingo, added that he saw a young cassowary chick choking on the plastic seal from a milk bottle. Thomas, the sea turtle, shared the story of a great island of plastic that he once observed while swimming in the Pacific Ocean. Each story painted a sad and disturbing picture of the state of the environment in which they all lived. After much discussion, Oliver and the other animals decided that it was time to take action. Enough was enough, and it was time to let somebody know about what they were seeing. Wally, the wise old wombat, told the gathered crowd that he knew of a young human named Trev who may be able to help. Wally and Oliver visited Trev at his parents' house on the edge of the human town to share their concerns about what the humans were doing to their environment. I love that their town is so close to the beach, and he's got a rusty Holden ute. Trev was terribly alarmed when he heard of the animals' concerns and asked Oliver and Wally what he could do. After all, he was just one young human boy, and the solution was surely much greater than one single person could be. Wally, who was already known as was a wise old wombat, told Trev that sometimes big things can come from really, really small beginnings, and that maybe the answer for Trev was a lot simpler than he thought. He explained that Trev could start by talking with his fellow humans about picking up their rubbish, recycling their plastics, and reducing the amount of litter that they let flow into the waterways and the oceans. They took Wally's words as a challenge. He now knew that the human race really were destroying their beautiful blue planet and weren't thinking about the other inhabitants of the Earth. He vowed to do everything in his power to convince other humans of their responsibility to save the planet from destruction. Making a poster. We've done that at school too. Sometime later, and after a much concerted effort, a number of the humans eventually understood the damage that they had created to the bushland and waterways around their town. They put this understanding into action, and after many busy weekends of work, realised that cleaning up their town was just the beginning of what needed to be a dedicated global effort to save the planet. Yeah, it's good to start just local and then maybe go global. Oliver was pleased that the humans had taken the message seriously and had at last begun caring for the environment around their town and nearby waterways. Once again, he was able to return to what he loved to do most of all, surf the great Southern Ocean. There was no doubt about it, Oliver truly was a really cool koala. I like there's always another little animal in the drawings from Michelle Pike. Well, what a great story. What a great message. If you can get a hold of this book, grab it because the illustrations are amazing. And have a look at Michelle Pike on the internet because her artwork is truly spectacular. I love all the fun things the Aussie animals get up to. Don't forget to click and subscribe, and I look forward to reading to you again soon. Bye for now.